In your headlines, the Center for Disease Control continues to hold the country hostage at level. Invest TCI hosted a stakeholder engagement forum. And the Office of the Deputy Governor of the Turks and Caicos Islands announces the appointment of Mrs. Nasia Mizik Dickinson to a new post. From the PTV Broadcasting Headquarters in Providenciales, your number one source for news, I'm Erica Pinales delivering the latest from across the country this Friday, March 4th, 2022, right to your door. News Watch starts now. The latest reports surrounding the efficacy of the Pfizer and BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine for children ages 5 to 11 years old have health professionals and parents doubling back on their interest of having their young ones vaccinated. The latest in this report.
Just as the TCI begins the rollout of the Pfizer and BioNTech vaccine for children ages 5 to 11 years old, it is being reported that the specific vaccine may not be as effective as forethought. Reports suggesting that it offers almost no protection against the COVID-19 virus in younger children, even as little as a month after being fully vaccinated. The TCI has just received its first batch of the Pfizer vaccines for children ages 5 to 11, and this news further hinders a decision for already hesitant parents and guardians.
For those with children, the vaccine is available for your children. The TCI is expecting a delivery of the vaccine specifically for those in the age group 5 to 11 years in the very near future. And the vaccine for the children 12 years and adults up above that age is still available and has been available for quite some time.
While the vaccine has been proven safe for children, its efficacy is being questioned at just 12% for children in that age group. So much so that places like Sweden, who has since opted out of recommending the vaccine for youngsters, citing that the benefits do not outweigh the risks. They've even doubled back to recommending the vaccine for persons 18 years and older. The vaccine program for 5 to 11-year-olds could begin to roll out as soon as next week.
As part of its strategic planning for 2022, Invest TCI hosted a stakeholder engagement forum to review the 2018 investment policy. Here's more. Invest TCI hosted the forum to encourage dialogue that will facilitate the realignment of investment priorities for the Turks and Caicos Islands. They revealed that the end goal is to ensure that the investment policy statement clearly communicates the country's investment goals and the strategies that will serve as guideposts for managing its portfolio of investment projects. Invest TCI was joined by government departments, industry leaders, and business sectors on February 24, 2022 at the Blue Haven Resort. The forum kicked off at 10 a.m. with opening remarks from the Premier, Honorable Charles Washington Mizik, who thanked the attendees for their participation and Invest TCI for their efforts. In his remarks, the Premier stated, "It is very important that the Turks and Caicos Islands government make it exceptionally clear that they want the future of the investment climate in the islands to be." The Premier noted that his government is favorable to greenlighting investments that benefit the people of the Turks and Caicos Islands. He stressed that growth needs to not only be organic, but intentional and inclusive to the advantage of the Turks and Caicos Islanders. In his remarks, the Honorable E.J. Saunders, Deputy Premier and Minister of Finance, Investment and Trade, discussed the government's vision for investment in the TCI. Honorable Saunders started his remarks by firstly stating, "The most important aspect is that investments benefit Turks and Caicos Islanders. Otherwise, it makes no sense." Honorable Saunders noted that the government envisions investment to go beyond brick and mortar development. He stated that there is a focus on a wide range of sectors such as medical and sports tourism, ecotourism, financial and secretarial services, international law and accounting firms, and fintech services amongst other areas. Honorable Saunders expressed that MSMEs are vital and that the government looks favorable upon companies that want to assist small businesses by providing venture capital and training for Turks Islanders. Following the remarks, participants were divided into teams of 6 to 8. The group was allocated a specific time frame to have an open discussion on various questions regarding Invest TCI's investment services, process improvement, investment target, and investment incentives. The group then presented their responsibilities to the entire plenary. At the end of the day, a series of practical solutions were generated for consideration to update the investment policy. Acting CEO for Invest TCI, Angela Musgrove, commenting on the outcome of the forum, stated, "I was pleased with the honest and open dialogue from key stakeholders. Our review of the policy seeks to ensure that the investment policy statement encourages the right investor and investment and establishes processes that support and encourage both foreign and domestic investment, and further that the policy framework presents optimal benefits for the country." Don't go anywhere. More News Watch when we return.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to News Watch. The Center for Disease Control continues to hold the country hostage at level 4 on its travel advisory list. However, government officials say that's not stopping the progress. Take a look.
Visitor numbers at an all-time high. TCI hotels are now being booked to 100% of their approved capacity, while Airbnbs and villa rentals continue to soar in popularity over the last 2 years. All while the TCI remains at a level 4 on the CDC's travel advisory list, advising travelers to avoid travel to the Caribbean paradise. Is it that travelers are no longer depending on the advice of the Centers for Disease Control to determine their travel plans and activities? Or is it that people are simply tired of the COVID-19 pandemic and have decided to do just as they please? Whatever the case, Grace Bay is still the world's best beach, according to TripAdvisor, and travel junkies are still eager to see it.
On the livelihood front, we are doing better and better economically with having over 40,000 passengers arrive in January. This was again powered by the #1 beach in the world, Grace Bay Beach, as noted by TripAdvisor's Reader's Choice.
The TCI has been at a level 4 since early January, but that hasn't hindered the country's tourist arrival numbers at all. In fact, the country has seen another slight increase since the holiday rush, and the announcement of these changes may yield even more favorable results.
And for the vaccination age to be raised from 16 years old to 18 years old.
The CDC's website is known to fall behind on updates to its very important travel advisory, as well as countries who also struggle to meet all criteria associated with the organization's guidelines. This advisory in the past few years has meant the difference between an economy's tourism progress and decline. However, not so much today.
The Office of the Deputy Governor of the Turks and Caicos Islands announces the appointment of Mrs. Nasia Mizik Dickinson to the post of Deputy Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Trade, and Investment. Take a look. Mrs. Mizik Dickinson holds a Bachelor's of Law degree from the University of Manchester in the United Kingdom, as well as a legal practicing certificate from Manchester Metropolitan University. Following the completion of her legal studies, Mrs. Dickinson joined the public service as a Crown Counsel in the Attorney General's Chamber in 2006, where she worked in the commercial and civil divisions until 2010, before moving on to pursue an LLM in international trade and commercial law from the University of Essex, assisted by the Turks and Caicos Islands Public Service Professional Development Fund. In 2014, Mrs. Dickinson rejoined the public service as the Assistant Commissioner of Revenue Legal within the Revenue Department in the Ministry of Finance, where she had oversight for the general operations of the Grand Turk office, in addition to being the department's legal counsel. In 2015, she was tasked with the additional responsibility of being appointed as the collector of stamp duty with oversight of all stamp duty related matters to ensure the effective administration of these within the islands. In 2017, she was transferred to the newly established Exchange of Information Unit within the Ministry of Finance as the Exchange of Information Officer, and in 2019 was successfully appointed to the post of Deputy Director of the Exchange of Information Unit, where her responsibilities included but were not limited to providing legal assistance in all foreign account tax compliance and common reporting standards matters, and most notably led the team in the country's second round of interviews by the Global Forum for the Exchange of Information on Request, assisting in the preparation of the report, the on-site review, and the peer review group in Paris, for which Turks and Caicos Islands received a largely compliant rating with the international standard. Commenting on her appointment, Mrs. Dickinson stated, "When I began my career in law 15 years ago, I certainly did not imagine that I would have a career in finance. It was not until I joined the Ministry of Finance in 2014 that I recognized that I had a passion for finance and the law. Life has taught me that it is important to trust in God, for only He is the grantor of all things." The words of John F. Kennedy during his inaugural speech in 1961, in which he said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country," is the source of my daily inspiration as I execute my tasks. I remain a proud and committed public servant. I take this opportunity to thank my family for their love and support, in particular my father, Mr. Franklin Mizik, for his guidance, and my mother, Honorable Lillian Swan Mizik, OBE, without whom very little of what I have accomplished would be possible, for her unwavering love and support which has carried me through. Deputy Governor and Head of the Public Service, Her Excellency Anya Williams, in extending congratulatory remarks to Mrs. Mizik Dickinson stated, "It is with great pleasure that I extend congratulations to Mrs. Nasia Mizik Dickinson on her appointment as Deputy Secretary within the Ministry of Finance, Trade, and Investment." Having undergone a 3-stage recruitment process for this post, which included a psychometric test, a presentation, and also an in-person interview before a panel chaired by His Excellency the Governor, Mrs. Mizik Dickinson emerged as a highly competent and successful candidate for this post. Don't touch that remote, we'll be right back. Coming up next is your 3-day weather forecast.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Here's the latest in your 3-day weather forecast. Here's your 3-day weather forecast. For the nation's capital, Grand Turk, on Saturday, scattered showers, high 78, low 74, winds east-northeast at 25 to 35 miles per hour. On Sunday, scattered showers, high 79, low 75, winds east at 25 to 35 miles per hour. On Monday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 75, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. For South Caicos on Saturday, Scattered showers, high 79, low 74, winds east-northeast at 25 to 35 miles per hour. On Sunday, scattered showers, high 79, low 75, winds east at 25 to 35 miles per hour. On Monday, mostly sunny skies, high 80, low 75, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos on Saturday, scattered showers, high 79, low 74, winds east-northeast at 25 to 35 miles per hour. On Sunday, scattered showers, high 79, low 74, winds east-northeast at 25 to 35 miles per hour. On Monday, mostly sunny skies, high 79, low 75, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. For Paradin Pine Key on Saturday, scattered showers, high 79, low 74, winds east-northeast at 25 to 35 miles per hour. On Sunday, scattered showers, high 79, low 75, winds east-northeast at 25 to 35 miles per hour. On Monday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 75, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. And on Providenciales on Saturday, scattered showers, high 79, low 74, winds east-northeast at 25 to 35 miles per hour. On Sunday, scattered showers, high 79, low 75, winds east-northeast at 25 to 35 miles per hour. And on Monday, partly cloudy skies, high 80, low 75, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Now for your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise 6:08 a.m., sunset 5:56 p.m. And for your high tides and low tides. High tides 9:28 a.m., 9:53 p.m. and low tides 3:22 a.m., 3:36 p.m. And that's it for your weather forecast. We'll be right back with more News Watch.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to News Watch. Bernestine, better known as Miss B, has taken the pleasure of adding a new title to her name. Take a look. Bernestine, a native to the island of North Caicos, has revealed that other than being a chef and operator of her own restaurant, she is now an author.
Well, this book that I'm holding here, this is a recipe book that I wrote. I've been trying to create this for many, many years. I've been jotting down all of my ingredients and everything when I make food, and I wanted another title added to my name.
Miss B told News Watch that she has been cooking for as long as she could remember, explaining that cooking was taught to her by her mother, which is a skill she cherishes and shares with those who indulge in the delectable food at her restaurant.
During the pandemic, when we got locked down, and I needed something to do besides gardening, then I said, you know what, I'm going to construct this book. I'm going to put this book together. So I decided to compile my recipes and put them in order. And I wrote this book.
During the pandemic, Miss B revealed that business in North Caicos was unimaginably slow, which resulted in innovating new sources of income, such as private catering, craft making, and the construction of her book, titled Miss B's Best-Selling Recipes.
I wanted to have it out there for November. My birthday for the book was supposed to be the 26th of November, 2021. That day is marked as the Turks and Caicos National Day of Thanksgiving. And I truly wanted to give thanks for this amazing accomplishment, and I wanted it to come out that day. It made the news, Magnetic Media News, on that day, and it said it's coming. And this is the proof copy I'm holding in my hand, and it's scheduled to be here on the 1st of March, ready for sale. It's going to be $25, and it has over 50 recipes, local authentic dishes, best-selling recipes from Miss B's restaurant. So if you want to know how to cook like Miss B, right home in your house, wherever you are, well, hit me up and get yourself a copy of the Miss B's best-selling recipes from the Turks and Caicos Islands.
That brings us to the end of this edition of The Real News. I hate to leave you so soon, but of course, you can join us right back here every weekday at 6:30 p.m. and tap into our social media platforms at www.ptv8tci.com. I'm Erica Pinales, keeping you informed, updated, and affiliated. Until next time.